Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with another installment of Building the Team. And it's been a while since we were here for Building the Team, hasn't it? I think the last time we did this was... I think back 300-point modern teams. I think that sounds about right. They got hosed. Simply put. Yeah. Anyway, so this week we'll just say that there has been a brief moratorium on videos because, well, yeah, for reasons that are not worth going into. But the moratorium is over for them. Is definitely over now, or at least over for the moment. Probably for a good long while, to be perfectly honest. Anyway. With the next game that my group and I will be doing being on July 4th, well, the thought that occurred, how about something patriotic? So, 400 points, as it is the 4th, must include one character. One character must have red in there, must be at least, one red character, one white character, one blue character. Well, got a couple teams that work with that. So, first off, we have ourselves an Avengers team. Kicking things off, we've got Voyager. Yeah, okay. Voyager comes in at 50 points. She has the Avengers and Power Cosmic team abilities. Now, Power Cosmic has had a slight change with the new rules. For one thing, first off, Cosmic Power is the same thing now. So yeah, Power Cosmic Power, same power. But characters with Power Cosmic have Safeguard Outwit, which used to be called Protected all caps Outwit, as well as Willpower. Now it used as in the old rules, willpower used to just mean, you didn't take pushing damage. However, pushing damage is now a thing of the past. So, the way it works now is, at the beginning of my turn, I roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, I can remove an action token from her. Self-leadership, basically. Anyway, so Voyager comes in at 50 points. Power Cosmic Avengers team abilities, as well as the Avengers, Elders of the Universe, and Cosmic keywords. We have 2 traits. First off is I sense a greater challenge. At the beginning of the game, if an opponent's force includes an additional game element, heal Voyager 1 click past her starting line to click number 0. Then we've got her other trait, Avengers Assemble. Passenger 1 or Passenger 3, but only to carry characters that share a keyword with her, and she may carry characters with Flight or Giant. Okay, alright, so let's take a look at her dial. We'll start with the regular dial. Then we'll look at click 0. On speed, we got phasing, whole dial, and very high speed values. On attack, we open up the special power, straining my powers of teleportation, which grants telekinesis but only to place characters. When Voyager uses it, neither she nor the target character's square need line of fire to the destination square. Okay, alright, that's actually really cool. I like it. That then gives way to some clicks of regular telekinesis. On defense, we have a single solitary click of inertial deflection. Damage, we open up a couple clicks of perplex, followed by a couple clicks of outwit. On click 0, we've got phasing teleport, we've got special power, we've got inertial deflection, and we've got outwit. So, okay, alright, not bad, not bad. She is the team taxi. That is literally her entire job on the team, is literally carrying the team. Next up, we've got Captain America, Sam Wilson. So Cap here comes in at 75 points, has the Avengers team ability as well as the Avengers Shield and Soldier keywords. We've got 2 traits. We have the Assembled Avengers trait. Once per turn, when Captain America hits, after resolutions, you may roll a d6. On a 5 or a 6, if your force has 3 or more friendly characters with the Avengers keyword, remove an action token from Captain America or give an action token to a hit target. If your force has 6 or more, do both. We only got 5 figures on the team, so one or the other. And he's the only one, I think, yeah, because Winter Soldier doesn't have, has Assemble Bolts and Masters. The other trait he's got is Living Legend. The first time each game Captain America would be KO'd, instead turn him to his last non-KO click. Then roll a d6 and heal him equal to half the result. Protected, Pulse Wave. Okay. Alright. Now, I mentioned Safeguard earlier. Safeguard is full protection. It takes the place of the capitalized protected. Protected now is usually only used for powers and traits. But yeah, something we'll get into in one of our upcoming HeroClix 101 videos. Anyway, looking at Captain America's dial, we've got some running shot to start off with, followed by charge. We get some mid to late dial precision strike. On defense, we open up with impervious, which gives away the special defense power Carrying On Steve's Legacy, which grants super senses and toughness. His defense is modified by +2 if he moves during your last turn. Okay. On damage, we open up with a couple clicks of leadership, then we get some mid to late dial clicks of empower. Okay. Alright. Not too shabby. Next up, we've got Agent Anti-Venom. Agent Anti-Venom here comes in at 75 points. He's got the Spider-Man Ally Wildcard team ability, as well as the Avengers, Codex, Shield, Spider-Man Family, Monster, and Soldier keywords. We've also got improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, as well as 2 traits. First off is Cleansing Powers, support as free. Okay, so we got a healer, and he can do it for free. And then Symbiote, Plasticity, Shape Change. Okay, alright, stamp, So looking at his dial, he is a secret identity click, but we won't be looking at the secret identity dial because it doesn't really serve any purpose for us. So we open up with some charge, followed by some late dial sidestep. On speed, on attack, we open up with precision strike, which gives away some poison, and back to precision strike. Defense, we open up with combat reflexes, which then gives way to super senses. On damage, we open up with special power. Wait, I haven't cured you yet. Outwit. Once per turn, when Agent Anti-Venom uses it, after resolutions, he can use Outwit at no cost, but only to target a character with the Spider-Man Family or Monster keyword. Okay, alright. Then we get some mid clicks of Empower, and then back to the special power. Okay. I do kind of like that. I like that, the way that works out. Works out nicely, to be perfectly honest. Moving on, we've got the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier here comes in at 90 points, has the Team Player Wildcard team ability, as well as the Avengers, Hydra, Invaders, Shield, Thunderbolts, Assassin, Soldier, Spy keywords. It also has improved targeting, may make ranged attacks out of adjacency, including to target adjacent opposing characters. Finally, we have 2 traits: Assemble Bolts and Masters, which has no bearing, as he's the only figure on the team with the Thunderbolts keyword, or Masters of Evil keyword, though he doesn't have Masters of Evil. And then but it's the same as Assembled Avengers. Next up, we've got Espionage, which grants stealth, as well as improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain. Now, initially, the Espionage trait, as printed, grants improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, but hindering terrain no longer hinders movement, just line of fire. So, looking at Winter Soldier's dial, we've got a click of running shot, a click of charge, and a click of sidestep. Then running shot, charge, and sidestep. On attack, we open up with a click of precision strike. We get some mid to late dial penetrating psychic blast, and another click at the end of precision strike. Defense-wise, we open up with invulnerability, a couple clicks of toughness, then a couple clicks of combat reflexes, and an end click of regeneration. Damage, we open up without wit, which gives way to the special power Efficient and Ruthless Application of Force, which grants Close Combat Expert and Range Combat Expert. Then we get some Mid to late dial exploit weakness, and a closing click about wit. Okay, he is good. I think that I kind of feel like he could have been designed a little bit better because I feel like he feels a little all over the place. But that's just my opinion. Next up, we've got Captain America. Cap here comes in at 95 points. He has the Avengers team ability as well as the Avengers, Illuminati, Pass, and Soldier keywords. We got 2 traits. The first one costs an extra 5 points. Bearer of the Time Gem, which allows him to start the game with the Time Gem equipped. Then Sentinel of Liberty. Free. Choose combat reflexes or energy deflection. Cap can use the chosen power until your next turn. Okay. Then looking at his dial, we open up with special speed power. First through the door, last to leave. Charge, running shot, sidestep. Not bad. I think gives way to some regular charge followed by some regular sidestep. We open up with nothing on attack, but we get some mid dial quick and some late dial precision strike. Defense, we open up with a couple clicks of vulnerability, followed by a couple clicks of toughness, followed by a couple clicks of super senses. Damage wise, we open up with a nice block of a special power, the ideal that inspires throughout time. Leadership. When Captain America uses it with the Time Gem equipped and succeeds, after resolution, he may remove an action token from a friendly character. Now, note that it does not say an adjacent friendly character or another friendly character. Simply a friendly character. Meaning, as one is always friendly to oneself in HeroClix, he can remove an action token from himself. But yeah, we get 4 clicks of that, followed by a couple clicks at the end about wit. And first we'll take a look at what the Time Gem does, and the Time Gem itself. The Time Gem modifies range by +1, then it also grants probability control. When this character attacks on an attack roll of 10 or higher, opposing characters can't use effects to re-roll attacks this turn. So you kind of want to make sure that Cap is your first attacker every turn. In all honesty. Because if he's your first attacker, well, if he hits with a 10, you basically just complete a 10, 11, or 12, well, your opponent just lost all of their rerolls for the turn. Now that is only for your turn. As soon as their turn starts, they can use their rerolls. But yeah, and we're also using the Power Gem because, well, I'm a glutton for punishment. Ideally speaking, it'll likely go on Winter Soldier, though Sam Cap is another possibility. But the Power Gem modifies damage by +1 and gives close and range combat expert on an attack roll of 10 or higher after resolutions. He'll hit target 1 penetrating damage. Okay, all right. Anyway, we've got ourselves we did build 2 teams, one Marvel, one DC. The other one is a Justice League team. And to be fair, yes, it is by and large the Justice League team I've been building for the last year. So we've got the Question at 40 points, JLA team ability, Justice League detective, martial artist, reporter keywords, Justice League limited trait, roll a d6. On a 6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keywords 100 points or less. Other trait, question authority, power action. If there's not a d6 on the card, roll 1 and place it on the card. Whenever a character within 6 squares in line of fire makes an attack roll, you may remove the d6 from this card and place a die in the roll with it. Which, as I understand it, actually does finalize a roll. Looking at his dial, we got a full run of stealth, a couple clicks of special attack power, asking questions. At the end of your turn, smoke cloud at no cost, but only to generate 1 marker. Combat reflexes on defense, couple clicks of Outwit, followed by a couple clicks of Perplex on damage. Okay. Then we've got Huntress. Huntress comes in at 45 points as the 40 points as the Batman ally team ability, as well as the Batman family, Birds of Prey, Justice League, and Martial Artist keywords. We have the Justice League Unlimited trait, as well as another trait. When are you going to take me on a real date, Q? Free. Turn Huntress to the same click number of a different color. Looking at her dial, we've got it's a split dial. We got a range combat dial, does running shot, energy explosion, energy deflection, and range combat expert. And it's actually got a little bit better thanks to the new rules. Close combat dial, charge, quake, combat reflexes, and close combat expert. Also, slightly better under the new rules. Next up, we've got Black Canary. Black Canary here comes in at 45 points, has the Justice League team ability, as well as the Birds of Prey, Justice League International, and Martial Artist keywords. We got the Justice League Limited trait, and as we're using her team up card with the Flash, we have another trait, Team Up, the Flash. If the listed friendly characters on the map, Black Canary can use super senses. Okay. Looking at her dial, we get a click of sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of charge, and a couple more clicks of sidestep. We open and end with a special attack power, Canary Cry. Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Black Canary uses it, it hits. Actual resolutions knock back all opposing characters adjacent to the hit target by 2 squares. Okay. Defense, we open up with Willpower, and the rest of the dial, we've got Combat Reflexes. We have some mid-dial Close Combat Expert as well. Okay, and with those numbers, yeah, that'll be nice, actually. Alright, next up, we've got Speedy. Speedy comes in at 45 points, has no team ability. Let's say he has the Justice League one, but he doesn't. He's got the Justice League Unlimited, or he has the Justice League, Outlaws, Outsiders, Seven Soldiers, and Teen Titans keywords, as well as the Justice League Unlimited trait, and the trait Quantum Arrow. As a power action, once per game, choose a square within range and line of fire. Then Speedy can use Pulse Wave at no cost as if he occupied that square. Okay. His range and line of fire, by the way, is 6. So yeah, you just have to be careful. Now, Pulse Wave has kind of been nerfed a little bit, so sadly the Quantum Arrow trait is not as useful as it once was. Anyway, looking at his dial, we've got open up with special speed power, a mobile arsenal, which grants leap, climb, and running shot. That is actually really great as the two powers now work together. Leap climb is now a passive power. So he has improved movement, ignores elevated terrain. I think he's got move through, but I can't. I'd have to look at the power and abilities chart. Then we get some sidestep, followed by some running shot at the very end. On attack, we open up with energy explosion, followed by precision strike. Defense, we open up with energy deflection, followed by some willpower. We get some mid to late dial range combat expert, which does work a little nicely with the fact that that's where his combat values do begin to dip a little. So yeah. Next up, we've got Green Arrow. Green Arrow comes in at 60 points, has the JLA team ability, as well as the Justice League, 7 Soldiers, and Star City keywords. We got improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, the Justice League Unlimited trait, as well as another trait, say, dirtbag. Modify attack +1 for each friendly character that Green Arrow shared a keyword with that has been KO'd this game. Modify damage +3, but only if Green Arrow is the only character on your force. That actually does kind of... One, that makes you want to keep Green Arrow on the back for a while. 2, when you see Green Arrow on your opponent's team, especially if they're running him out quickly, you want to take him out as quickly as possible. So, looking at his dial, we open up with some running shot, followed by sidestep on speed. On attack, we got energy explosion, followed by special power. Someone needs to be here to speak for the little guy. Steal energy, but with close or range attacks. Okay. Defense, we open up with energy deflection, which then gives way to the special power. Justice League goes on, with or without you, granting toughness and willpower, but only if a friendly character that Green Arrow shared a keyword with has been KO'd this game. Then on damage, we open with Leadership, followed by Ranged Combat Expert. Okay, all right. It's a solid dial. I've used it, and I've used it before to some fairly positive effect. Next up, we've got the Flash. Flash comes in at 65 points, has the Justice League team ability as well as the Central City Justice League celebrity and speaker keywords. We got an improved movement towards elevation, Justice League Ultimate trait as well as the trait around the world in 80 milliseconds. Free. As a free action, the Flash occupies a square on the edge of the map, and that edge is the longest edge of the map or tied for it. Place him in the same row or column on the opposite edge of the map from that edge. He can't be placed in a starting area this way. Okay, alright. And we're also using his Black Canary team-up card. While Black Canary's on the map, Flash can use probability control, but only when targeted by a close attack. Looking at his dial, got a full run of the special speed power across the city in the blink of an eye. Hypersonic speed. Free. This turn modifies speed +3, but the Flash can only move in direct paths. Okay? We get some late dial precision strike and a full run of super senses with some starting off good, but then kind of meh defense values. And finally, we actually have a new addition to this lineup. Mary Marvel, or Mary Shazam. This is the uncommon from the Wonder Woman set. Mary Shazam comes in at 100 points. She has the Fawcett City Justice League and mystical keywords. We have a trait, Electric Charge. Charge. When Mary Shazam uses it this turn, she has free, improved targeting, may make ranged attacks have adjacency, including opposing characters. Make a ranged attack that deals 1 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. Okay, alright. And let's take a quick look at her dial. We got some flurry, and remember, traded charge, so she has charge and flurry. That thing is some sidestep followed by some plasticity. On attack, all we got is some mid-dial quake. On defense, we open up with a few clicks of invulnerability, then some super senses, then some combat reflexes. On damage, we open up with empower, and we get some late dial probability control. All right, and we got some fairly solid combat values. So yeah, no equipment on this team, but anyway. So yeah, that's going to be our team. We've got, when it comes to DC, we've got Flash in red, Question in blue, and Mary Shazam in white. When it comes to the Marvel team, we've got Cap in red, Cap in blue, and Agent Venom in white. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.